And you ain't tripping like Joe Biden up them steps.
Right.
Right? I pray the Most High guide your steps. And throughout your day, you ain't tripping like Joe Biden up them damn steps. Because guess what? Joe Biden is finished. America is finished. And Babylon is falling. Let me get Revelations 18 and 2. Let me get Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. This great whore, this wicked foundation that was built upon the blood, sweat, and tears of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is falling. They got the Joe Biden knees. They got the Joe Biden balance. And America's coming down with the great fall. And so is the goddamn white man.
Right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
What he said?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
What he said?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
Read.
Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
In the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Isaiah 16:1. Right? The hold of every abomination. The hold of every foul spirit.
Right.
The hold of the torture of the real Israelites and Jews that the Bible speaks of. Why you think Vladimir Putin said to Joe Biden, I wish you good health. I wish you well. That was sarcastic. What have you ever heard of a president out of Russia challenge a president out of America, right, to a debate? Not even the days of the USSR, Soviet Union, has Russia boldly challenged America like this. Since Rocky, right? If he dies, he dies. That man almost died on the damn steps. That man almost tripped up, fell, and died going up the steps. How you trip up the steps? How you trip up the steps? And not only one time, not only 2 times, but 3 times. Huh? The angel. Most High had the angel go whoops or something. They got a meme with Steph Curry giving him a crossover. That's how that man fell. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, you can't beat the internet. The internet won already, man. Listen, man, how do you trip up the steps 3 times? And it's not like those are regular steps. Those are the steps headed up to Air Force One. They got the grips on the steps. You don't need no grips on your sneakers. They got the grips on the steps. And that third fall looked like he just gave up. That third fall looked like his knee just went like this. He had the Patrick Ewing knees. His knee went like this, he just gave in, man. Because Babylon the Great has fallen. Read on, King.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All nations drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All these nations are turned out. All these nations are pushing homosexuality and pedophilia. All these nations came and drunk of the wine and took advantage of the children of Israel. That's why I don't feel bad for the Chinese. I don't feel bad for the Asian man. How the hell they out here saying Asian lives matter now? When you go to every damn city and there's a Chinatown. Wabaton Black Wall Street. Wabaton Rosewood. We can't even have one city to ourselves. And they got a Chinatown in every town where they talk about Asian lives, man. If you don't get your ass up out of here, Chung Lee. And let's not talk about what place got shot up. What kind of place got shot up? You want to tell me?
Nobody.
What kind of place got shot up?
Nobody.
Nobody? 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 Our people get shot up every day, brother. Hey, brother, fist up like this. Bow to the people. Bow to the people. I repent and keep the commandments, brother. Right? I pray the Most High take those spirits off. Right? For our people to be in that kind of position, you know, he got hit with that Jeremiah 28. Right? Read on, King.
And the kings of the
I
earth,
said Jeremiah Salakia, that Deuteronomy 28.
and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And the kings of the earth continue to make fornications with her, man. They're making peace treaties, right? They're sending over their people to come in the hood. Every country, man. The Indians, right, from India. The Chinese from China. The Russians from Russia. They all come into our communities, set up their businesses, and drink, and eat, and get riches off of our people, man. Right? They was trying to push the narrative that the Asian Americans, they was getting oppressed by the black people. Ever since the coronavirus, they try to push that narrative like black people's out here just smacking them around. Nah, that was your President Trump that called them the Kung Fu flu. That was your President Trump that made sure everybody knew that was the China virus. China. But he's not lying. That is the virus out of Wuhan, China. They just happened to buy that virus out of North Carolina first under the Obama administration, though. They want to tell you that. Yeah, but that virus, it broke out in Wuhan, China. So that technically is the China virus. Do y'all feel sorry for the Asian people? Right? Is Asian lives matter to y'all? Until y'all... He said no? All praises, that's right. Right? Because when it's time to pay them for that Brazilian weave, and you 99 cents short, they ready to beat you down like a kung fu flick. What you gonna talk? 99 cents short. Ready to jump kick E, right? They hit her with the Liu Kang bicycle kick. Right? They beating the hell out of our sisters all the time. They really ain't trying us men like that, right? The Chinese store man, he gonna complain if you $1 short or 50 cents short for some wings. He gonna complain if you 1 penny short. When he ain't hopping over that counter and fight you. When's the last time you seen a China man try a brother? Honestly. But they gonna try the hell out of our sisters. They're gonna go over there and they're gonna crumble up their weak ass yellow fists and do a big old punch to our sisters. They're gonna karate chop our sisters, man. Right? In the nail salon, they're gonna beat your sister with sticks and throw lye on her and throw bleach on her. That's what they do to your sisters and your women. Do you want me to believe that an Asian life matters? Nah, you drunk of the wine of the fornication of Babylon. You treat us just like how the white man treat us. Wait, what's his name? Derek Chauvin? That damn cracker cop that killed George Floyd? When he had his knee on George Floyd's neck, the damn Chinese officer was like this, protecting him. Like none of you niggas better jump in. Like the Great Wall of China, he was standing in the way. Khan, the water king. Right? When the officer had his knee, when he had his damn knee of George Floyd's neck, there was a Chinese officer protecting him. Let's not forget who killed Philando Castile, the dark-skinned Northern Kingdom brother. Philando Castile, who killed him? It was a Chinese officer that killed him. Shot him in front of his daughter. His daughter watched him bleed to death as a Chinese officer killed him. I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. Who killed Akai Gurley in that Project Hallway? That was a Chinese officer that did that. Man, to hell with you, you know what? To hell with you, you slanted eye bastard. You've been oppressing us with your damn hurry up and buy spirit, your hurry up and buy rhetoric, right? For about over 50 years now, man. You come into our neighborhoods, we can't even window shop. We're not even thinking about really like buying something, but that kind of looks interesting, so we kind of looking at it. You hop up out the damn chicks. Hurry up and buy. You hop up the down, up out the damn freezer. Hurry up and buy. You over there following us around your damn store, treating us like animals. But you expect us to feel sorry for you now? Man, you the damn devil the Bible speaks of too.
Right.
That's because you drunk from the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. You are just like Babylon. You are just like the white man. You oppress us too, China man. Now let me see a damn kung fu bastard walk through here right now. I want to see if he think Asian lives matter or black lives matter, man. Today's the day I'm gonna damn terrorize China like I was Godzilla. Read that for me, huh?
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
You see that? The abundance of her delicacies. Read that part one more time, King.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
The merchants of the earth wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Right.
Who does she sell it abundantly? Who the merchants of the earth waxing rich off of? You niggas, man. You so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and there he go. Jackie Chan. Right? Coronavirus. Social distancing. Yo, listen, they get no mercy over here, man.
They call Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, the basketball players are calling Jeremy Lin the coronavirus. Boo-hoo. Oh no, poor Jeremy Lin. So you had it as hard as Jackie Robinson, Jeremy Lin?
Right.
Get your ass up out of here, man. You have no idea what it feels like to be oppressed, China, man. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris flew over here. That's why he tripped up the damn steps. He's like, I gotta help out the Chinaman. Oh. Right? Chinaman should have gave him a black belt in steps. Maybe he would never trip. Should have gave his ass a damn black belt, karate Wu-Tang style, and stairs. Because Joe Biden, you should have learned how to do a damn front field cartwheel up the damn steps, man. The way you almost tripped. Yeah, but he was rushing to get over here. What happened when homeboy got shot by the Wendy's? Did Joe Biden come rushing over here? Do you know how much of our people die out here in Atlanta and Joe Biden don't come rushing over here? But he ran over here for some Asians and some Asian whores. So let's keep it a buck. That was a brothel. That was a whorehouse. That was a love you long time house. Right? That was a happy ending house. But it was no happy ending that day.
That's right.
Right? The Asians should learn how to dodge bullets like it was the Matrix. Right? Fun time, fun time, fun time, fun time. No fun time that day. Right? So when they say Asian lives matter, you better remind them that Asian lives didn't matter when they came over here to your hood and oppressed you. So they don't matter now. Unless y'all niggas feel sorry for chopsticks. Our people are soft as hell, man. The Chinaman don't give a damn about you. I remember when the Kai girlie got shot, the Chinese people had a big old protest in front of the courthouse. Find him innocent. Find him innocent. He was scared. He was scared. So Chinaman, you scared to be in the projects as an officer, but you took the job. Why'd you take the job if you scared about people? Matter of fact, Asian population, if you so scared about people, move out the damn hood. Take your damn fried wings and french fries and shrimp fried rice and pork fried rice and cat, rat, and dog and move the hell up out of our neighborhood. If you so scared of us.
Hairy ass chicken.
Yeah, your hairy ass chicken wings, man. Pigeon wings, man. We see you snatch up the pigeons. We seen that. Put mad GMS in the thing so it tastes good. Mad extra seasoning that you use, man. Try to cover the flavor of rat on that shit. Come on now, man. The only reason brothers from the hood buy your shit because you get a tray this big for $5. That's why. Trade this big of an abomination for $5, like this thick and like this wide, for $5. Brothers is on it.
They give you a hassle for extra duck sauce.
And yeah, they want 25 cents now for extra duck sauce. No, you only get one duck sauce with the other. One duck sauce. One duck sauce. I give you a black ass soy sauce. You look like soy sauce with your black ass, right? That's how they deal with you, man. That's how they deal with you. But y'all feel sorry for them, man. Nah. To hell with the Asian community and the damn spas, aka brothels, who set up in our neighborhood, man.
Right.
Right? Read on, King.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Now what the other voice has said, that first voice said, Babylon the Great has fallen. This next voice said what?
Come out of her, my people.
What?
Come out of her, my people. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
These are plagues coming to America, man. That guy coming down with the gun, that's the wrath of the Lord, man. The Lord ain't work that whole damn whorehouse, man. You know how much of our jakes, of our men, went in that whorehouse and became whoremongers, man? That damn Sue Young put the damn kung fu grip on you, jump off. Right, not to get too graphic, man. Fun time? Happy ending? Happy ending? Right? Damn, put the damn kung fu grip on your jump off. Now this man spending money in there he should be spending on his family.
Right.
Now this man instead of buying his baby new sneakers, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you got your baby looking fly, you spending on Sue Young in the spa. Damn massage parlor for the damn happy ending, man.
Right.
To hell with them, man. Got our men been there tricking, man. Right? Damn nations, man, they should be our slaves, man. Instead of trying to charge our men for sexual desires, man. I got no damn respect for these damn mongoloids out here. Throughout it, brother, man. God bless you. Right? I got no damn respect for these mongoloids out here, man. Right? Sucky, sucky. Lovey, lovey. $5. Happy ending? Just $5 more, just $10 more. It to feel good. I make it to feel good. Right? You already know. Man, that's why the Most High said, come out of her, my people. And the her is spiritually and physically, man. That's why the damn Northern Kingdom brother, the so-called Mexican kid, that's why he got shot in there. You know Issachar be tricking in there, brother. Issachar get that Rona in him. Not talk about the coronavirus, but that real Rona, right? He get that Rona in him, a few Presidentes. He going in there tricking, man. He a hard worker. He's like, I need a stress relief, man. I hit the spa, man. Hit the spa, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Hit the spa, man. Yeah, a little extra. They see me with the choopy.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Little jumper.
And then a lot of those women is sex trafficked.
Yeah, a lot of those women are sex trafficked.
Underage girls in there too.
Underage girls, yeah. Underage girls that get forced into that type of lifestyle because guess what? In their home country, girls are worthless. You're allowed to have one child. If you have a girl child, she's basically worthless. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
She can't join the army. She can't do nothing positive for society. So the females out there, they're basically worthless. Let's say if they have a man child already, but somehow the wife get pregnant again and it's a girl child, hell yeah, they giving her off to sex trafficking. Go to America, make life.
Right, it's like if they had a daughter first, and then a son next, and they put that son over their daughter.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They put that son over the daughter. Right? And they say that we so misogynistic up here. We the misogynistic people up here. Right? When all we want to do is make our women not whores. Us men up here of the Lord, we want to tell our women, you better delete that OnlyFans, right? Get in order and find yourself a righteous husband.
Right.
That's what we out here telling our women, to delete that OnlyFans, right? To get up off that damn stripper pole. To get up in the house and learn how to cook and clean and learn some home economics. What happened to that class? Huh, brother? What happened to that class, that home economic class? No, they want our women to be whores, like the whores they already have in their nations, man. Right? We already know about that geisha culture, man. That geisha love me long time culture. Let the white woman be the whore. Let the Asian woman be the whore. You black women, y'all be the daughters of Zion. No more twerk videos. Right? No more OnlyFans. No more pants on trying to be a man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, y'all gotta come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? That real G code. The laws of God, man. Come up out of her, my people, man. Right? And that's why Joe Biden was falling. Because Babylon is falling, man. Do what you got, King.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come.
We're telling you to rise up, right? To rise up and get your shine on, because your light has come, right? The laws of light, according to the scriptures, man. Right? The laws of light. This is your light. This is your little light. Let it shine. The law, statutes, and commandments is the real G code, man. Other than that, you living in darkness, man. Right? You know?
And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
That's what happened. The darkness shall cover the earth, man. That's why you got the white man just frolicking up and down, man. Damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Frolicking up and down. He looking for another spy to shoot up.
I told him to bounce himself.
You looking for another spy to shoot up. Right? You looking to shoot up another spy, white man? Huh? Looking to shoot up another spy?
If he has a gun, he's selling it.
Right? There wasn't enough schools to shoot up. The schools ain't open like that. So the school shooters started to shoot up the spas. Right? They couldn't help it. They're on lockdown, huh?
Next best thing.
Next best thing, right? Can't shoot up a school, shoot up a spa.
A happy ending and a happy ending.
A happy ending and a happy ending. And a happy reload. And you know, if you watch the videos, he was in and out of there too. He knew exactly who to shoot. He been there before.
Yeah, they pissed him off.
Yeah, they pissed him off. He said, last time I didn't get the happy ending I wanted. And he was headed to another one in Florida. He had them things mapped the hell out, boy. He shot up 3 in Atlanta, and he was headed to another one in Florida. He probably had 3 more in Florida. That man was a frequent customer up and down these bars, man. Said, I was a sex addict. So it's not a hate crime. No, it's still a hate crime, you damn devil. It's still a hate crime, you damn devil, because you targeted Asian women. You ain't targeting no other kind of woman. You shot the Mexican because he was in the way. You shot the 2 other white folk because they was in the way. Other than that, you knew exactly what Asian women you wanted to shoot. You wanted to shoot Chung-Li and her homegirls. Let's keep it real. You wanted to shoot Chung-Li and her homegirls, and the other people was just in the damn way. Right? The Mexican man survived though. All praise to the Most High. The Israelites survived.
All praise to the Most High.
Right? But the 2 white people died.
Damn.
Right? And the damn 6 Chinese women died, man. All praise to the Most High that they died, man. They thought it was coming here to America, right, to make money off of our men's lust. Right? Because our men lust after Chinese women, man. That's all them damn kung fu flicks they used to put on TV when we was younger. Right? Or that anime they put on TV now. I'll be checking out some of these animes since my son watch anime. Some of these animes, man, they have these women looking real revealing, man. Real revealing, man. Right? Right? Have animes of damn woman wearing barely nothing, man. I gotta tell my son, turn that one off, man.
Cartoon porn.
Yeah, cartoon porns, man. What they call them things?
Hentai.
Yeah, anime porns, man.
Hentai.
Huh?
Hentai.
Hentai, right? That's what they call them, man. Yeah, that lust spirit, man. Made a damn lust demon out of that white man. You know the white man's already the damn devil, but they turned him into a lust demon, man.
Niggas watching cartoon porn.
Yeah, man love that, huh? They love that cartoon porn, huh? Right? They be into it, King. Right? It'd be like, I don't know.
And love for their favorite characters.
Somebody,
Huh?
y'all. If somebody like cartoon porn, they like child pornography too. They have to. That's a sick mind. Just sit up there and watch cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna watch, we're not justifying watching porn, but you gonna watch cartoon porn.
Be like the cartoon Pum Pum, huh?
Oh, man.
That cartoon Pum Pum, huh? They got the special effects.
Beauty and the Beast.
But that's what they like to watch. Right?
Sick.
Let me ask my sisters a question. Do you think Asian lives matter? You do? Why would you say that?
Because my mom's Asian.
Your mama's Asian? Where's your father? Black? My father's an Israelite?
Right there.
Touchy
Right.
subject.
It's a touchy subject. But I would say the Asian community as a whole, not talking about individuals, I say the Asian community as a whole though, takes advantage of the African American community. I would say that.
Reverse roof.
Right? Because look what happens, right? Huh? What'd you say? That's what you're looking at, right? Did he meet your mother in war?
Excuse me?
Did he meet your mother in war? Okay, you see, no? Nah, because I know a Levite man, he married an Asian woman too, right? But I say the Asian community as a whole, they take advantage of the black community.
It's lucky. That was a big thing during
Are we
Vietnam,
talking about Western day? We talking about modern day,
Korea
right?
and all that.
What'd you say?
They was
Are you
taking
talking
the-
about modern day, like the Western idea of Asian people?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference
I'm talking about Asian people as a whole.
as a whole.
As a whole.
Yeah, I can't agree with that.
Did you see what happened to the Africans that lived in China during the coronavirus?
Oh yeah, they
That's
came.
modern day. That's modern day. I can't speak for China. But what I do know, if you go further back in history, Asia and Africa had a very strong relationship. Before Western colonization came and played a part in dividing and conquering different communities of people.
You guys said the same? Yeah.
They did. They did have a lot of stuff in common. When you look up the history of the Great Wall of China, the Great Wall of China,
They
you know
used
who built that?
black slaves.
Negro slaves.
Black slaves.
Black slaves built the Great Wall of China. So the Chinese ain't innocent. The Chinese got rolled in this.
Nobody
Definitely.
You know-
Nobody said
Right.
that.
Nobody's innocent, but they're in cahoots. Like the Bible says. Go to Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and 2. They're in cahoots with the other nations. They come over here. They don't speak a lick of English, but they get a government loan before a Negro.
Yeah, the Communist Chinese Party is most definitely an issue of modern day America. But, you know, those are two different points.
Basically what I'm saying is to group a whole people and to judge them is blasphemy. Because not all Asian people are the issue. You have certain people, just like you have black people, that have a Western mindset. They have taken on the ideology of individualism and capitalism. So yes, there are some Chinese people and other Asian people that are capitalists, and they take whatever opportunity they have to do whatever it takes to gain power in this world that we live in. But to group all Asian people and make it seem like they're all evil or whatever the case may be, or they hate black people or African people, it's blasphemy. You're spewing the same hate that everybody else is. That's ridiculous.
It's not blasphemy, but let me tell you
It
this.
is blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy. Blasphemy is a filthy, wicked lie.
At the end of the day,
Go
they're
ahead.
human beings.
Right, and they're
At the end of
human.
the day.
They're human beings that hold their nose when they see a black person on a train. Listen,
A lot
just
of
be
people do that.
happy and
A
be
lot of
proud
people do that.
that that's your father, and you're of the seed of a Hebrew Israelite. Your mother doesn't determine your nationality.
I have a question.
Right, you are the seed of your father.
I have a question.
If it's uncomfortable for you, I understand.
I have a question that might be uncomfortable for you.
My thing
Go
is,
ahead.
you're not gonna sit here
If
and
you are
disrespect my mom. That's not what's about
if you
to
are
happen. I'm
a
not-
Hebrew Israelite and the Jews are from
He's sitting here
Israel.
grouping all Asian
Right?
people and
Why
telling
are
me
you
the only
reading
reason
out
why
the
I'm saved
Bible?
is because I have you as a father?
The Torah's
That's
in there.
hella disrespectful.
That's the whole book.
I'm
You
sorry, I
been reading out
can't
the
do
Bible since I
I
got
can't
here.
do
The Torah's the first 5
But
books in the
you say
Bible.
that Christianity is blasphemy, but you're reading out the same book
No,
that
you got a misconception. We read the whole book.
Okay.
We're not Jewish. Okay, hold on, but we're not Jewish.
I
We
didn't say
are
that you were.
we
You
are the
say that
real
you're
Hebrew
from
Israelites.
Israel, and you say that you're the children of Israel. So do the Hebrew people in Israel that read off the Torah.
And those people are not who they claim to be. We are the ones. We are out here telling our people who they are. You don't know your nationality. Our people don't know their nationality. That's what we out here teaching. We trying to bring our people back to getting out that Western state of mind and coming back to their true identity and true nationality.
Okay. So do y'all read off the King James Bible as well?
That's right.
Okay. So do you also know that King James has another book that's called Demons and Demonology?
Yeah, I got that book. Do you know what it's about?
Do you know what it is about?
Yes, I do know what it's about. Do you? You said it. Do you know what the book is about? Because I want to see if you know what it's about.
I want to see how well you can read a book that was created by a demonic white man and can read. Oh, I'm wrong.
You're far from it. You've never read the book, obviously, because you never read the book, obviously, because I read the whole book. You understand? Demonology, and first of all, King James is not a white man. Where's King James on here? King James is not a white man. King James is not a white man. He during the Renaissance period, they painted him to be white. We ruled Europe. Listen, demonology, yes, King James was a black man that ruled England. Know your history. This is called the Dark Ages. You don't understand that. This is what we out here trying to feed the people. Demonology, the book of demonology was King James writing about demons and showing them how demons exist. Showing people how demons exist. And demons do exist. We see them today. When a person's on crack, that's right. And he was showing the people that. So what is your point about the demonology book?
That book was about a witch trial. And man said it and he attended it.
Right.
That's what the book was about. He called it demonology. That's what man said. It was about demons.
Go to Psalms 8.
Hold on.
The point
Sis-
is,
sis-
everybody saying,
Sisters, before y'all
you're
run
trying
away,
to
right?
justify your position
Hold
by
on.
using the same book that was created by somebody that did not have us in our best interest. That's
The Bible, the geography of the Bible is all in Africa. You know that, right? Where was the first scriptures written, sister?
The Bible is 6,000-year-old history, and we are more than 6,000 years old.
Can you prove that?
I can't prove
How?
that the pyramids was built past 6,000 years ago.
I'm not talking about. Listen.
The Hebrews did not.
All because listen. Isn't there a difference between Chinese and Japanese and Korean?
Of course.
So there's a difference between a black man and an African.
And there's a difference between a
Do you understand that? There's a difference between a black pit bull and a black German shepherd. Do you understand that? There's a difference between a black pit bull and a black German shepherd and a black Rottweiler.
They are
Those
different species.
Exactly, different species of dog, different species of human. But what you are, according to your father, is an Israelite. That's what we try to tell you. And I know it might be sensitive because you come from a mixed background, but you are the seed of your father. And these laws, statutes, and commandments are what make you survive. Listen, what's coming to America is race wars. So y'all can listen, race wars are coming to America. They're already here. So if you think that you could go amongst the Asian community and they're gonna protect you like we will, then go ahead. You understand? But what I'm telling you is, right? But what I'm telling you is, right, before y'all run away, us brothers, we have the best interest. I know the sense is kind of, because guess what? If my mother was white, I feel kind of sensitive too. But listen, you are who your father is, and I know the white people will never claim me. Don't you see what happened to Prince? What's his name? Prince Henry and his woman. But who is your people?
Black people.
Now every black person is the same. You go to Africa right now, and Boko Haram is going to.
Not all black people are the same, but all Asian people are the same.
I didn't say that. I just told her that Chinese. I just told her the difference between Chinese and Korean and Japanese, right?
You said that.
I say that.
Black people are my people, and you said that not every black person is the same.
Yes.
So what makes us different? Our genetics don't make us
Your lineage. by the seed of your father. Let me get Numbers 1 and
So
18.
you mean to tell me that my family lineage is from Africa, but now that I'm over here, I'm a different species?
No.
But a German Shepherd
There are over
can be
3,000 tribes in
originated
Africa.
from Germany and come over here and still be a
Genetic
German
structure,
Shepherd. That
it
makes
has
no
nothing
sense.
to do with your
That makes no
ideology.
sense.
Listen to this.
People have a different
This is
ideology.
Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Right? And then
It's evidence of 200,000-year-old black women on the planet. Black women were the first
Listen.
people on the planet. Period.
see, this is the white man science that they tell you, right?
They birth to you. The parthenogenesis.
Listen. How many do you have the X and Y chromosome? Do you have the X and Y chromosome in you?
I have the XY chromosome.
No, you do not. No, you do not. No, you do not have the X and Y chromosome. You do not have the X and Y chromosome. The Y chromosome can only be passed out by a man. That is real science. What is your question?
Were the Hebrews enslaved by the Egyptians?
Yes, they were.
Let's go.
Look, listen, like I said,
Egyptians were here before the Hebrews.
listen, but the Egyptians survived the famine all because of the Hebrews. Right. Like I said, a race war is coming to America, and if y'all think these other nations give a damn about y'all, go ahead. Listen, a race war is coming to America. Right. The race war is coming to America. A race war is coming to America, and if you feel like the heathen is going to protect you and your own father, then you are lost. Right? Remember this. Remember this day when I tell you a race war is coming to America. A spiritual war is already here. And that unk is a curse on you. That unk is a curse on you. That is idolatry. That is death. That is death. Right? And I hope Jackie Chan protects you.
The universe comes right back to you.
The universe is coming back to me, and it's going to be underneath my feet. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. But I hope Jackie Chan protects you, though. I hope Bruce Lee protects you. I hope what's his name? Chow Yun Fat protects you. I hope they all protect you.
Hey, Timothy De La Ghetto.
To the Passover because they gonna get kicked out the door.
Yeah. Now they sensitive because I understand why they're sensitive. But that's why, you know what I'm saying, the men have to lead. The women are too sensitive, man. Right? The women are too sensitive, man.
Imagine when Kamala Harris becomes the president. Oh Lord, y'all think Trump was bad?
Yeah, I think it's needed to Kamala Harris becoming president. Because with Joe Biden's falling out, man.
Hey, he fall one more time.
He fought for one more damn time. You might as well elect Kamala Harris. Matter of fact, during a press conference, he called Kamala Harris the president by accident, man.
Yeah.
He called her by accident. Was that foreshadowing? Was that foreshadowing, Johnny boy? Right? Well, look. This is why you shouldn't lay down with any other nation, man. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3.
I got one question, though, man.
Yeah, drop that. Let me get Psalms chapter 60 verse 8. 7 and 3. Read that for me.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not.
Read it again from the top.
All right, baby.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 3.
Now we know this verse is mainly talking about Canaanite nations, right? But the main purpose of this verse being written is found in verse 4. In verse 5. Read on.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They're going to do what?
Turn away thy son
From following me.
See that? And now look away. They will turn 3 people right now from following the Lord. Straight like that, right? Read on.
that they may serve other gods
Now what? She got the ankh around her neck, right? The other one probably worship Buddha, right? Right? They worshiping other gods, you know?
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy you suddenly. Like, did I say a lie? Don't the Asian community take advantage of our community? Well, all because your mama a Chinese woman, you just can't admit? Like, listen, man, even if my mama was Chinese, I could admit that, oh yeah, the Chinese spot, the nail salon, the laundromat, the liquor store, they all taken out of our community and they don't give nothing back. They don't hand out turkeys on Thanksgiving. They don't give nothing back. Do you ever see an Asian store give back to the community? Ever? Ever? In your whole entire life, have you ever seen an Asian store give back to the community? Only see them take. So did I say a lie? And I admitted, like, yo, listen, if my mom was white, I'll probably be sensitive too. But they ain't want to hear none of that.
I got one question though.
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to lay with women of other nations, right? But the father is like, Israelite, one of the 12 tribes of Jews, right? Does that condemn the child?
No, it doesn't condemn the child. You are who your father is. It may confuse the child and cause the child to go off like you see how they was going off. Right? But, what you say?
Make the child emotional.
Make the child emotional.
Sensitive.
Make the child sensitive. But listen, when we're in rulership, when everything happens and we're in rulership, we are going to have heathen concubines. We're going to have, yes, they're going to be our workers, our slaves, and our sex toys. Thus saith the Lord. When we're in rulership though. But right now when we're building our nation, it's against wisdom to do that. Because your child is just going to be confused. Right? Your child is just going to be confused, off as hell.
So it just takes guidance, right?
It takes mostly guidance. And I know he brought her out here for the guidance. And I wish I would have knew that her mom's was Asian. I would have entered that in a little bit more smoothly. But that was just the way of the Lord. That was just the way of the Lord. Yeah, I was shocked. But hey, it is what it is, man. Right? You can't. She gonna get mad and she gonna curse us, man. But the words that I said to her that the race war is coming, I guarantee the Most High gonna have that manifested for her. She's gonna realize that the Chinese people don't give a damn about her. That's saith the Lord, man. Right? Read on out.
But thus shall ye deal with them, ye shall destroy their altars.
Shall do what?
Destroy their altars.
Like I said, she need to get rid of that unk. Read on.
And break down their images.
And do what?
Break down their images.
Man, you got that fat belly Buddha in the damn house, throw that thing away, man. Read on.
And cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire.
And burn their graven images with fire, man. All right, read on.
For thou art the holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Why he told us this?
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people.
He's chosen us to be a special people, man. Us. Right? And you know what? Deep down inside, those females know right now, right? If a race war was to kick off, the Chinese man ain't looking out for you. They know that. If their mother's Chinese and they've been around Chinese folk, they know just how racist Chinese people are. They know it. They confront all they want right now, but they know it. Like I said, just like the damn prince, even though her father's white, which makes her Edomite, the prince married a new princess, right? And the damn royal family done turned their back on him, man. How Tyler Perry's not paying for their security? You the damn royal prince and Tyler Perry paying for your security. Once again, the so-called black man has to protect them. But us as black men, we just gotta learn how to protect each other, protect our women. And if our woman wants to be with a white man, they can die with him. And if our women want to hang on to the China man, they could die with them, man. Right? We gotta learn how to be like that, man. Because a race war is coming. Right? Read on, King.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
The Most High God said we are above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. All people. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. But guess what? Right, when you get shot up, the damn president isn't there tripping up his steps to come see you. When you get shot up, right? Where's your representative? You look at Kamala Harris. She changed right from the first black female president, right, to the damn Asian vice president, right quick. She turned back Asian right quick, man, on y'all niggas, man. When she wanted y'all vote, she was a black female vice president, right? Now that she in office, and a few Chinamen get shot up, she right back to Asian on y'all niggas, man. Right back to Asian. What you say? Yeah. You said, I think it's Psalm chapter 60, verse 8.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 60, verse 8. Moab is my wash spot.
What's the Most High say about the Chinaman?
Moab is my wash spot.
What does the Most High say about the Chinaman?
Moab is my wash spot.
Said they're a damn wash pot, man. They're nasty, disgusting, filthy people, man. Right? That's what the Most High God says about the Chinaman. Did you know that? The Most High God of the Bible does not like the Chinaman. Did you know that? Huh? Right? Read on.
Over Edom will I cast out my shoe.
He said Edom, the so-called white man, is no better. He said over Edom I cast my shoe, right? Read on.
Philistia, trump, thou because of me.
And he said the Philistines only triumph because of him, man. Right? That's the only reason, right? Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 23. This is how the Most High God feels about the Chinaman, man. And they lucky that their father was black and not the other way around, man. They still got a chance to repent.
In the truth.
And he's in the truth. And he's in the truth, right?
He said he brought him to try to get some understanding.
Well, he should have definitely warned us that their mother was Chinese. You know, but it is what it is. They got the harsh truth from the beginning. They needed that.
It'll take a one-on-one talk.
23 and 23, bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 23. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform.
That's Deuteronomy 23 and 3. Salam.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and 3. An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
A what?
An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter to the congregation of the Lord.
That's the Chinese and Japanese, man. An Ammonite or a Moabite, man. They should not enter into the congregation of the Lord, man. Read on.
Even to the 10th generation.
Even to the what?
To the 10th generation.
To the what?
To the 10th generation.
To the 10th generation, man. Right? Read on.
Even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever.
Forever, man. So yeah, they lucky it wasn't the other way around. That their father was Chinese, and then guess what? They not be accepted into the congregation of the Lord.
Right.
Or because it's their father that's black and their mother Chinese, they still got a chance. So hopefully they'll watch this video and understand they still got a chance, man. Repent and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right? And you men, man, stop living out your lust with these heathen women, man. Unless they understand that they're going to be slaves, man. You know they ain't trying to understand. I be a slave to a blacker man? No. No, I ain't no slave to a blacker man. Blacker man, no, they dirt people. No, that's what they call us in Japan. I think it's called dojin. Then they call us dirt people in Japan. That's what they call us.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, you know, with that being said, I got a couple more scriptures. I'm going to let the Chief Ephraim come on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Clark got something to say too? Okay, all praises. All right, let me get the book of, Deuteronomy chapter 8 and 6. And you will give me the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. Read that for me, King.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 6. Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of thy Lord, thy God.
Thou shalt do what?
Keep the commandments of the Lord, thy God.
Hey, Chinaman. Do you think Asian lives matter, Chinaman? Right? Coronavirus. Right? Read on.
To walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, and a land of brooks of waters, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills.
All right, that's good. That's what I want. We get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Bring it up.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil, man, he shall bring every secret thing into judgment, man. See how we just found out, man, that these women that was looking like it was part of the truth was really in the truth real quick. All you gotta do is mention the devastation and calamity of the other nations, man. Right? We're saying that, man, death and destruction to all the oppressors of Israel, right? Whether it be Moab, Esau, Ham, it don't matter. Ishmael, death and destruction to them, peace and liberation to my people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the 12 tribes scattered worldwide. Right? I like to say Shalom, which is peace in the Hebrew tongue. Shalom.
All praise. Just wanted to link it back on what the brother was talking about. He was talking about Moab, right? Yeah, Moab, he ain't no better than the so-called white man. He's in cahoots with them too, right? Give me Romans 13 and 11. And give me Lamentations 4:17 real quick. This is a big problem when it comes to like these other nations. Our people always want to save everybody. We're the most loving people on the earth. Most forgiving. Except when it comes to ourselves, right?
That's right.
We can't imagine a life outside of the so-called white man, these other nations, man. It's always been a problem since the beginning.
Why do you hear they're not white?
What are they, sis?
So
They're red, right?
they're European.
European is not a color, and European is not a race.
If you an Israel, you should know they're European. They're not white.
They're not even European, sister.
European is not a color or a race.
So who
what's your
started
point?
slavery? Let me ask you that. Who started slavery? Because the show wasn't hungry. So who started slavery?
Get no. Hold on, wait. Who started slavery? The Moors started slavery? Who did they have as slaves? Who are the Moors? What is a Moor?
The Moors is the Africans that sold your ancestors.
The Moors are the who?
The so-called Africans.
The so-called Africans. Do you know what a Moor is? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it actually means? Tell me what Moor is. Tell me what it means. You made the claim. So now it's time for you to show and prove. Tell me what a Moor is. So wait a minute, say it again. My nationality is Hebrew Israelite. From the tribe of Judah. What is yours? What is yours? Okay. Whoa. Ishmael?
I know my tribe.
The tribe of Ishmael? Really? Somebody give me the
That's that Moorish garbage.
you know what I mean?
That ain't no more.
That is a Moorish garden. Huh?
No, it's not.
What is a Moor? We're going to get to the bottom of this. What's a Moor? Tell me what a Moor is. When you explain to me what a Moor is, you can ask me another question. Tell me what a Moor is. I'm just asking you what a Moor is. Just answer. What is a Moor? You said you're a Moor from the tribe of Ishmael. Who are the Moors? What is a Moor? That's all I'm asking. Okay. Now, all right. You can't be an Israelite if you're from a tribe of Ishmael. You're an Ishmaelite, you can say that, but you're not an Israelite. There's only 12 tribes in Israel. Ishmael is not an Israelite. Hebrew is not a tribe, it's a language. And Israelites is a tribe. There's 12 of them. So which tribe are you from? Judah. What's your tribe? There is no Ishmael tribe. There is no Ishmael tribe. If you look up, where's the chart? Show me Ishmael on this chart. Show it to me. Show me Ishmael. Show me Ishmael.
They got a bottle for money. That mean y'all want
Sis,
to donate.
what does that have to do with anything? Show me Ishmael on this chart. Since the Moors was the first people to start slavery, tell me who the Moors are. You haven't answered any questions.
I did answer this.
No, they're not.
You don't want it.
Actually, do you know what? Tell me what a Moor is. What does it mean? What does the term Moor mean? It means dark. That's all it means. It means dark. And the Moors are a coalition of different dark nations. So it's not just one nation. You can't say it's an African nation.
How you figure?
Unbelievable. Somebody, who got their phone? Use their phone. Use your smartphone to be smart. Look up who the Moors are. Look up who the Moors are. She said they're Africans, right? Let's prove it. Let's prove it. Let's prove it. The slavery is an old.
She learned that smoking weed.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Type in who are the Moors. Who are the Moors? Type it in and read it. What does it say?
You are rich for money. I got money in my pocket. I don't gotta have no thing on here. I got a bank account. So once again, you gotta contain her for making some money. How you go over a trail tribe and you God chosen one, you out here asking for money.
Who asked you for
Who asked for money?
Put it out. Put it out.
It's just a donation.
So what do white mean? Tell me what white
You
mean.
need to cover up your son. I know he's cold in the shade.
Read that right there. Start right there. Let's find out what a Moor is. Let's find out what a Moor is. She said it's an African people. Read.
Moors.
Read.
Moors are not a distinct or self-defined people.
They're not what?
A distinct
Or self-defined people.
What are they?
The 1911 Encyclopedia observed that the term Moors have no real ethnological value.
You know what an ethnological value is? It means it's not limited to one nationality.
Ethnicity.
Read.
Europeans of the Middle East ages and the early modern period barely applied the name to Arabs, North African Berbers, as well as Muslim Europeans.
You see that? That's different nations being called Moors. So now what? So now what? All right.
It said Africans, Hamites.
Ham, Ishmael. It said Ham, Ishmael.
Europeans was us.
Right. The Israelites.
Yeah.
Those all are dark nations. You had Elam in there.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? All those are dark nations, so you can't say they're African. All right, well, read me that in 13:11. See, this is a problem. Give me that in the curses, Deuteronomy 28. Wood and stone. Give me that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it's time to do what?
Wake out of sleep.
Now is the time for us to wake out of sleep. It's 2020, and we don't even know who the Moors are. You see what I'm saying? You can't even tell me what the definition of a Moor is. You're going to say you're an Israelite from the tribe of Ishmael. When you got a 12-tribe chart right there, you could have read that and lied to me. You couldn't even do that. You see what I'm saying? Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now is our salvation nearer than we believe. And here's the problem. We still leaning on these other nations to save us. Now we're looking at Moab to save us. Now Chinese lives matter, right? Like the brother was bringing out. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Among who?
All people.
We're going to be scattered among all people, right? To be the Ishmaelites, right? The Elamites, right? The Moabites. All the dark nations to form an empire called the Moorish Empire, right? A coalition of nations. Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
From all four corners of the earth, we're going to be there. Right? Read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Now we're going to serve other gods. Now we're saying we're from the tribe of Ishmael. Right? Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Neither you didn't know, you didn't even know it. Right?
European Bible. Who made that? Man can't make that Bible, right? So what's the original book?
Unbelievable.
Can you tell me the original book?
Can you tell me the original book? I can tell you. Tell me the original book.
The Kemet.
The Kemet is the original book?
Yeah.
Give me Leviticus 18, start at verse 2. Who is Kemet? Who are they?
I got it.
Who are they? And give me put a difference in Exodus. Give me that.
Oh my God, right.
Leviticus 18 and 2.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel Israel and say unto them,
No, speak unto the children of
This is a
Ishmael.
roasting session.
speak unto
That'll
the
be a
children
problem.
of Israel,
No, speak unto the Moors, read.
the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God, after the doings of the land of Egypt.
After the doings of the land of who?
Egypt.
After the doings of the land of who?
Egypt.
After the doings of the land of Kemet. What was Egypt originally called?
Got 3 teeth.
You see that? She don't even know. Read.
Wherein ye dwell, shall ye not do,
No, we got this. We got our information from Kemet.
shall ye not do.
No, we got our law, statutes, and commandments from the original book, which is the Egyptians. Read.
Shall ye not do.
Why is this book telling us not to do what the Egyptians did? Give me that. Put a difference.
Exodus 11 and 7.
Read.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast,
Read.
that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between Egyptians and Israel.
Put a difference between who?
Egyptians and
Put a
Israel.
difference between Egyptians and Israel, but we learn it from the Egyptians, right? She don't even know what she's talking about. You see what I'm saying? Did we ask you for some money, sis? Did we ask you to put something in that bag? In that bucket? Did we ask you to put something in that bucket? All right then, so we ain't begging then, right? Brother, did we ask y'all to put some money in the? Did we? Have you seen us ask anybody that passed by for some money? You see what I'm saying? Now go back, give me Stricken with Madness. Deuteronomy 28. Give me that. Give me that.
28,
You see what I'm saying?
28.
You give me Hosea 4:6. Give me Hosea 4:6 quickly. You see what I'm saying? This is a problem. This is a problem with our people. Our people so smart, we're stupid. You ever heard that term? We're using all these big words that we don't even understand. The sister's saying that Kemet is the oldest translation of the Bible, but she don't even know what the hell Egypt was originally called. She says she's an Israelite from the tribe of Ishmael. Give me Hosea 4:6. Let me get it. Okay.
That's that Zaza.
Give me that.
That's
There's
that
The
Zaza.
book of Hosea,
Zaza Ali.
chapter 4, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
What is our people destroyed for?
A lack of knowledge.
Our people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You didn't even know what the term Moor means, but you're saying that the Moors was the original. How the hell? The Moors are that empire was not even a real huge empire. They didn't even really have that huge of an effect on the earth, and it didn't even last that long, right? So who did they take into slavery? Who did they take into slavery? She don't know. Read.
Because
They took the 12 tribes into slavery? Look at her. She don't even know. You got a smartphone in your hand, but you can't even use it to be smart. Read.
because thou hast
From the top.
my verse.
What was the original name of Egypt? What was the original name of Egypt? You see that?
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
What is this sister destroyed for?
Lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's why you out here drunk at noonday. Because the Most High is rejecting you. You don't want to humble yourself and learn. Right? You talking about we out here begging you for money. Did we ask you for a dime? She gonna zoom in on the thing like we asking for money. You see what I'm saying? Sir, did we ask you for some money? You been standing out here the whole time. When did we ask you for money? We didn't. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Look.
Read.
Verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
You want to know what madness is? We got a sister out here by herself, right? Arguing with a group of men and leaving her baby sitting out there begging. You see what I'm saying? She turning her back. She all turned her back arguing with us, right? She arguing with us, and you see what I'm saying? Somebody could have came and rolled off. You see what I'm saying? Rolled off with the kid. That's madness. That's madness, sister. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
This is the women, the Chinese. Up in
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Start that from the top. So like y'all.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
She's blind and she's astonished at heart, man. She don't even know what she's talking about, but she's still arguing. Ain't proved the point yet.
Who was the
Ain't proved the point yet. That's why we are destroyed as a people. The first people who was on the earth was Egypt. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Reach.
Goddamn Issachar.
And thou shalt grope at noonday as a blind gropeth in the darkness.
That's you
be.
groping at noonday like the blind groping at darkness. That's you right now. You don't even know what you're talking about. You drunk out here. Your baby sitting here asleep. You see what I'm saying? And you arguing with a group of men.
He
You
knocked
see what I'm
out,
saying?
man.
And, but you ain't proved nothing yet and got a smartphone. She got a dumb phone. That's an Obama phone. That's what that is. She got that flea market phone. That's what that is. It ain't even got service on it. You see what I'm saying? She can't go live.
All she do is record it.
This is a book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
A shameless woman shall be what?
Counted as a dog.
What is this right here?
Counted
As a
You
dog.
know what a dog? You know what a shameless female dog is? You know what it is. Read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Give me bounce tolerance for stroke. Give me that real quick. Yeah, give me that real quick. Read, give me that.
Watch it, Judah. Watch it, Judah.
You all right, brother?
Hold on there,
You all right,
brother.
No.
You not good?
No.
What's up, brother?
That's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
I can hear you.
Right there.
I can hear you. What's up? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sick and tired.
Uh-huh.
Tired. Amen. With justice
There you go.
of our black women.
Uh-huh.
Of our women.
Uh-huh. Right?
Supposedly women respecting me and my brothers out here.
There you go.
That's right. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Bring it out. You got a precept. Go ahead.
There you
Proverbs
go.
chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
There you go.
What is this sister right here?
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Uh-huh.
She is simple and knoweth nothing.
She knows what?
Knoweth nothing.
You see that sister, you clamorous, you don't know nothing.
Let
You
the
out here
whole-
popping off at the mouth and don't know what you're talking about.
Let the OG
Go
speak
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, OG. Go ahead, OG.
Go ahead.
The Memphis system is all about my woman,
Uh-huh.
your woman, money-wise. That's all. It's about success financially. Now, my man, my brother.
Break that
You
carry.
see that? You see that?
See that?
She even
Just
disrespecting the elders,
disrespectful.
man.
Just
You're not even
disrespectful.
showing. Go ahead, read.
This is the book of
What's going on? That
this is
ain't
the book
right.
of Proverbs, chapter 18,
And she got
verse
the
6.
dusty sneakers
A
next to the
full
sofa.
lips enter into contention.
That child is
A
disturbed.
full lips enter into contention.
Read.
And his mouth calleth for stroke.
And her mouth is calling for stroke, man. You don't even know what to quit. You don't even know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Elder. You got it.
You don't know no better.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, like every one word, you got 10,000 words.
Damn right. Damn right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right now,
Your new rib.
You see that? And these are the women that get mad
See
at us for
over
not
there,
defending
yeah.
them. We can't. You see what I'm saying? We can't defend them, right? You see what I'm saying? I don't need no man. I'm gonna run my mouth until you get smacked in the mouth. You see what I'm saying? And then what? Then you're gonna be mad because you got your face on, your lip all busted. Because, you see what I'm saying?
She can't keep a
Why
man.
didn't you help me? You see what I mean? This is what we supposed to be protecting. This is why the other nations look at us like we're nothing. Because our women. That's why we got walked
That's
out
right.
here.
And she got
You see
that-
what I'm saying?
she got that
That's why we
stimulus
Cardi
check.
B out here talking about thank the Most High and gave me blessings for making this song WAP. You see what I'm saying? This is why on the what was it, the BMN Award? The BMN, the Video Music Awards, right? Everybody, what you got? What you got? Wait.
black people cannot pull together.
That's why.
Because you want to be white, you know, black people everything you say.
That's right. The elders in the spirit right now. He in the spirit right now. That's right. That's right. You see this? I'm supposed to be up here talking about Moab, and this is what I got to deal with.
Deuteronomy 28 and 56. She gonna hate. She gonna hate. Hey yo, they on the comments board say she got that $1,400 attitude.
She got the what?
She got that $1,400 attitude.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the stimulus came in, right?
That damn stimulus came in and he done lost her damn mind.
That's what you got?
And you know she got the child, so she got that extra money off the stimmy, boy. Everybody broke now.
Yeah, she got 2,800, don't know how to act.
She got $2,800 ass.
This Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
What the sister here?
Attire
Guy of a harlot.
The sister's out here with spandex pants on, got the balls to be arguing with us.
Yeah.
With the attire of a harlot.
With the
right?
pants- the
You
pants
see
say
that?
back
Look. And then she out here twerking for us. Like it's all good. And then she got a kid sitting right there. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about right here. But she don't know nothing. She can't even tell me what the name of Egypt actually
Damn.
is.
She gonna take a selfie with the booty and the baby.
and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn.
What is this, sister?
She
is loud and stubborn.
Subtle of heart and loud and stubborn. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? And we supposed to listen. That's who we're supposed to follow right there. Right? Read.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
Instead of her being at home, she out here arguing with a bunch of strange black men. She don't even know. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Somebody can come and snatch her kid up right up from under while she's twerking on Instagram Live right now. You see what I'm saying?
Let me say something real quick.
She could hold it back.
If we was wicked dudes, you would let us run a train on you. That's how off you are. And you know that. Because you off as hell. You know that. You a choo-choo train.
That's right. You know what I mean? The attire of a harlot. What's she doing? She lifting up all the stuff, letting us see it all, right? She up here twerking in front of all these niggas out here, right?
Hey, Elder had to give it up. Elder had to give it
Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait in every corner.
Where's the sister? She's doing where? She's lying where?
in every corner.
She's lying in the streets, waiting in every corner. You see what I'm saying? Instead of you being at the house with her husband, you see what I'm saying, taking care of the kids, she out here in the street. Yeah. Every corner. I done seen the sister walk back like 3-4 times. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
That's it on that.
That was it on that? You had something to say, y'all? Go ahead, bring it up. Yes, sir.
Right. Go 3-4 times lie, you a lie.
I can't let you use the mic, but I can hear you.
You know what, man?
We can hear you.
It's time. It's time. You want to see my baby daddy? You want to see my baby daddy when we call him down here? It's time. Call him. It's time. It's time. It's time for a black man.
You see this? You see this right here?
It's time.
Where your
Instead of
husband?
going home to your baby daddy, you're gonna call him down here.
I said it's time.
This is a problem. Give me that.
Listen, and she had to get another phone because that phone
I told you it was a Obama phone. That's that flea market phone. You see what I'm saying?
She got two phones.
Deuteronomy 28. Give me 54. Verse 54. Read.
Yaquad done brought the damn spirits, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
You see that? Instead of her humbling herself and listening and be like, you know what?
No,
right?
56.
I don't know nothing. She's ready to call her baby daddy down on here and try to ride on us.
Nah, you want
You
56.
see what I'm saying? What you say,
You
56?
56.
All right, finish that out and then jump down to 56. Read.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Two government phones.
Verse 56.
Time.
The
Look at the
tender
spirit
and
is leaving.
delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for
Delicacy.
delicacy and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
And toward her son. Toward her son, man.
Because you call her baby daddy. She ain't got one.
She ain't got one. He gone.
You see what I'm saying? She gonna be circling back around here, but anyway, I'm done getting on my people, man. We get back on Moab. Moab is also the devil that the Bible speaks of.
about.
Get Psalms 83.
The slanted eye devil.
The slanted eyed devil.
That's right.
Get Psalms 83. Give me Exodus 24, start at verse 12. Give me Psalms 83, 6.
What's that? Who was Moab?
It was Moab. Moab is a so-called Chinese man.
The
Greek.
goop.
The gook. The yellow peril. 6.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 6.
Well, start at 5.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one conscience. They are confederate against thee.
All these nations are confederate against us. Moab, the so-called Chinese man, they run around here talking about now Asian lives matter. You see what I'm saying? When these were the same people when this whole was it the coronavirus that kicked out? When they was kicking out black and brown people out of their country, they wouldn't let them go into McDonald's. They wasn't letting them get on the train. They was evicting them from the apartments. And these are the same people that's talking about that their lives matter. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and Hagarites.
Hold on, go back to Moab.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab.
She said she was from the tribe of Ishmael, so I guess she's against us too then, right?
That's
We
right.
just saw it, right? We got the so-called white man, we got the Arabs, and who's the third person?
And the Hagarites. The tabernacles of Edom.
So-called white man, read.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab.
And who?
Of Moab.
Of who?
Of Moab.
And Moab. Moab is number 3 on the list. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Hagarites. Gable. And Ammon.
And Ammon, that's the Japanese. Read.
And Ammon. And Amalek.
And Ammon is the Japanese, read.
And Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre.
See that all these nations are confederate against us. The Canaanites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Ishmaelites. We already know Edom is at the top of the list. Read what you got out.
This is hundreds rally in Atlanta to support Asian American community after fatal shooting.
See that? Hundreds of what?
Hundreds of Asian American community after fatal shooting. Hundreds of demonstrators gathered outside the Georgia State Capitol in Atlanta on Saturday in support of the Asian American community after a shooting at 3 local day spas this week left 8 people dead, 6 of them Asian women. The killing followed a year of mounting anti-Asian violence in the United States.
You see that? During this whole last summer, you had all Black Lives Matter. What was the Asians in? Was the Asians out there? Did anybody see any Chinese people out there? Y'all see Jackie Chan and Jet Li out there? You see what I'm saying? Nobody see them out there. But now we supposed to all Asian lives matter, right? Right. Give me what I told you to grab. Excellent. Now, yeah, give me that. And you give me Numbers 25. Go ahead. You see what I'm saying? This is why the Exodus 24, starting verse 12. This is why Numbers 25. This is why the Most High. Look at the coronavirus, the yellow peril. And we supposed to be. These are the supposed to people that we supposed to be following after. These people. All lives matter, right? You know, they actually America was actually racist against Chinese people. All the immigrant Asians, they was real racist against them, right? And it was only until I think it was what was it, World War I? World War I, they put out this propaganda where it said Asian people are smart, they're nice, they're the model immigrants and all that, right? Which was a complete lie. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the 60s, they did a test, Asians for blacks. Black people smoked them in every category. Economically, what's the one? They were smarter than them. Academically, that's the word I was looking for. We smoked them in all that. We can outwork them. You see what I'm saying? If that was the case, why didn't they take them as slaves? Go ahead. What's up, Bob?
Salakia, the smartest academic group in America right now is the black woman, hands down. That's it.
Damn right. You see what I'm saying?
they was slaves along building the railroad. They just don't want to admit to that history.
Well, no, they weren't slaves. They were indentured servants, is what they was, building the railroad. Because how long did that last? There's a difference between slavery and indentured servitude.
Both of us the level of slave. The
It's
difference was when you allowed you able to earn your freedom. That's what they took from us. We were slaves for generations. Other groups, you had white slaves, they don't tell that.
Yeah, like the Irish and all that.
The white man don't tell how crucial actually
And
was.
that's what I'm saying. They were
enslaved many other groups. They just were able to earn their freedom.
How did they earn their freedom? It's called indentured servitude.
I ain't disagreeing with
Okay.
what you're saying. I'm
Right.
saying there's many slaves.
Right, yeah, of
The
course.
difference is they kept us as slaves. We was the only one for generations
Right.
after generations.
Right,
So
right.
all these other groups got admit the reason how they earned their freedom because when we rose up and we had 246 documented slave uprisings,
Yep, that's right.
they gained their freedom that way. But they got theirs and turned their backs on us.
Of
To
course.
agree with you.
Of course.
So they've been a part of the movement, but they just keep
They was
forgetting
never part of
that
the movement.
we
Yeah, I'm
gotta
about to
lead
say.
the way.
I'm about to say. I don't know what movement they was a
Many
part of.
movements, all the
I
way
don't know
back
what
to the
movement.
Black Panthers. We went to Africa and fought.
Well, I
We
mean, the
fought
Black
in
Panthers
Cuba.
was a coalition of everybody. That was they looked
No,
at
you
the-
had Black Panthers,
You had
then
the
you had
Black-
other sets of Black Panthers. You had the Brown Panthers, the Yellow Panthers, but at first it was all black. You had imitation cats that had guns and no bullets.
Right.
Then you had real soldiers. You feel me?
Right.
One of my great elders, Alameen, who taught me. You
Okay.
feel me?
Okay.
So, and General Shakur and Mustafa.
Right.
You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So they gave me the real. Then I'm half American. My grandfather from the island. My family go back to the Crusades to fight these crackers.
Okay.
So we have no idea how deep this goes. They don't want you to know that all the castles throughout Europe, we was occupying them because we built.
Well, yeah.
So
I mean,
yes, there was Moors, but you had other factions. You had Israelite groups in Israel. They don't want to let you know that we established, even in Russia, that great monument in Russia,
Right,
that
yeah,
castle,
yeah.
that was ours.
It was the first czars, you know.
So
that's
they don't want to admit that every continent we had control.
Yeah, that's
so this is a world
That
problem.
goes back to what me and the sister was arguing about the Moorish empire.
They were just the
It was a
last
different
black dynasty. That's
compilation
all.
of different nations, dark nations.
Yeah,
So it
there was
wasn't just
more,
one group.
but it was a group called the Moors or whatever. But they was the last black dynasty to fall. You had other dynasties that was falling before them, but they was just the last black that they couldn't deny that had stronghold over Europe, Italy, and other places.
Right.
But you had Israelite places and all that. That's why you have Kemetic writings all over the globe, because we was everywhere. We built all these pyramids. The Egyptians didn't have us build as they slave. We taught them how to build. It even says it in the Bible. We taught them the mathematical knowledge and all that how to build.
Well, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that in the Bible.
Yeah, it did.
Where?
If they changed it, they changed. The
They
original
didn't.
Bible had, we taught them how to build.
Well,
we
that's-
went throughout the planet and taught people how to build. We came from the ancient world. We
well,
had
okay,
all
right.
When Abraham
So
did
when
what?
we look-
He took all the books with him,
When we
right?
look back into times of antiquity, right? You said that the Egyptians built the pyramid. Who was-
No,
who
I
were the-
said the Egyptians did not build the pyramid.
So who built?
We did. We
So
occupied.
The Israelites did then, right?
Yes.
But you just said we taught them how to build.
We taught because you had a few that were built in the last few thousand years. We got pyramids that go back tens of thousands of
Well,
years.
you know where the oldest pyramids are?
Antarctica.
They're in Mexico.
Antarctica.
They're in Mexico. There's no pyramids.
Yes, it is. Antarctica is 40% tropical, but they don't let you know about. And Antarctica, we migrated from Antarctica down through Europe into Africa.
Can you prove that right now?
Easy. Hot air does what?
Let me see it.
Hot air does what?
Hot air does what it rises.
Right. So hot air does what? How is it cold when you drive north? That's really south. They made the map backwards. My grandfather showed me a map that make all our maps look backwards. He was in World War II.
So what you're saying is the North Pole is really the South Pole, the South Pole is North. Okay. Antarctica is really north, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Can you prove that?
No, I said no. I'm saying it the other way. Antarctica ain't what they saying is where it is or where it's at.
Okay.
Alright. We occupied every continent around the diameter. Antarctica used to be tropical.
Right.
But for whatever reason, climate, whatever happened, it's frozen.
Okay.
So the one rule that all these continents got in the United Nations that no one country can own anything they find in Antarctica. They got to spread it out because
That's a real thing, yeah.
because it's ancient black culture under that sand, deeper than what is in Cairo.
All right.
So they want to keep from you who you are. Because as long as they got us fighting amongst ourselves and disagreeing, instead of recognizing that the deeper in the ground you get, the blacker the gods get.
Okay, I
The
mean,
deeper in the ground you get, the blacker the kings get.
all right, that's fine.
So when we come together on what we can agree upon, that we cannot like anything each other say, but we got a same common enemy. So we got to put our differences to a side and deal with that same common devil.
Well, who is the enemy?
The enemy is the ones who do everything that is against nature, life, prosperity, love.
Who are they?
The ones who by action. I give a damn about the
You
color
can
of
say
skin.
it. You can say it. Let it out, brother. Who is it?
I ain't trying to be because I'm known for saying it, so I'm trying to be on the level of diplomatic here.
The so-called white man is the devil, right? He's the guy.
Right.
He's the guy,
Absolutely.
right?
But beyond the way, we got some collaborators of our people and others helping his mission, his cause.
Get that in First Maccabees.
And that's the issue. Recognize we don't know our allies from our enemies. We got collaborators that look like us helping the enemy.
Of course, you're always going to have that amongst us.
So yes,
because that's
he
what
is
they're
the
going to.
devil.
They've been doing that since what, Genesis? You see what I'm saying? Since the beginning, they've been doing that.
And before.
You see what I mean? That's not going to stop. Give me that. Who
We
got
got to
it?
deal with this devil
You got
in
it?
our face.
First Maccabees.
Yep, I got
Go ahead, read.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 11 verse 21. When certain ungodly persons who hated their own people.
That did what?
Hated their own people.
You see that, brother? Just like you were saying, people that look like us, talk like us, act like us, really hate us. They working for the enemy, read.
Unto the king. And told him that Jonathan besieged the tower.
Nah, give me let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. I think there's First Maccabees 1 and 11, right? Yeah, give me that one. First Maccabees 1 and 11, that's what I want. Just for instructional purposes only, to let me back on what the brother was going into. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
So in those days, the days of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, even this Israelite movement we're in now, there went out wicked men among us, read.
Who pursued many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
What did our people say?
Let us go make a covenant with the heathen.
Let us go and make a covenant with the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, who is now saying his life matters more than ours. Read.
That are round about us. For since we departed from then, we have had much sorrow.
See that? Our people, man. We can't imagine a life outside of this nation, man. We can't imagine being out here on our own and try to do it ourselves, build our own nation back up. We had that same problem when we was in the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? Now we on the Moab train. We on the Chinese Lives Matter train. Give me that next one. Please.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee 12.
Nah, they ain't. You got something? 34 too. It's like 34. Number 25. It's like 34. Right? I just wanted to land it back on what the elder was bringing out when he was talking about Moab, man. You see what I'm saying? We had the two sisters going to bat for Moab. You see what I'm saying? We're here to defend her. And she wants to fight for Moab. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem. That's a problem we've been dealing with since the beginning. Read.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 12. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
Take heed to thyself unless we make a covenant with the inhabitants of this land, man. Read.
Whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare.
Be for what?
Lest it be for a snare.
Every time we get with the so-called white man, the so-called Asian man, the so-called African, the East Indian, it's always a snare or a trap unto us. You see what I'm saying? Where was all this Asian lives matter when our women was getting smacked up at the hair store? Where was all our Asian lives matter when they was getting beat the hell up at the Chevron gas station? Right. You see what I mean? But when a black man goes and stands up for a black woman, oh, y'all need to get the hell out of here. You see what I'm saying? That's them making the covenant with the inhabitants of the land that's round about us. Read.
But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a-whoring after their gods.
She had an unk on the chest. We don't seen the unk. We don't seen the Muslim. You see what I'm saying? Every time we make a covenant with these other nations, we always follow after them. It's just in our nature to do so. You see what I'm saying? We had the, remember back in the 80s, everybody wanted to be like Bruce Lee. We had grown-ass black men running around here in the East, talking about I'm a black belt, I'm a yellow belt. Yeah, showed up. I remember Bruce Leroy. You see what I'm saying? Bruce goddamn Leroy. A whole nigga sitting up here speaking Japanese and eating fortune cookies. You see what I'm saying?
That's the only black pizzeria ever.
You see what and only black pizzeria. You see what I'm saying? And his arch enemy was another black man who was supposed to be the master of Kung Fu. You see what I'm saying? This is what we do. Every time we go after these other nations, we always follow after their idols and their works, right?
Did he end up with a
And
ball by
you
the way?
sacrifice unto their gods, and one called thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice.
And now what?
Eat of his sacrifice.
You're gonna eat of his sacrifice. You're gonna eat that Chinese food. You're gonna be up there eating with them chopsticks, that fried rice and that egg foo young. Get who got numbers?
Early 80s and 90s, they was Jakes wearing the shoes with the two toes.
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's spelled out and everything, right? You see what I'm saying? Every time we follow after these other nations, we go a-whoring after them. We want to be like them. You see what I'm saying? We want to eat that fried rice. We want to bow down to that. What is that little cat thing that be doing this right here? You see what I'm saying? We want to get one of them in our house. Got a little statue. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Most High said not to follow after them. Well, you got a question? You're Jamaican? Your dad, your father is from Jamaica? Where's your mom?
She's native from Dominica.
From the Dominican Republic?
No.
Oh, Dominica.
That's Dominica.
Dominica. Yeah, I heard of it. You had a question?
Not really.
Just listening? You heard about the Israelites before?
I've seen y'all in New York, Miami, Denver, Charlotte.
Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
You believe you're an Israelite? Or you don't know? Have you ever read the Bible?
Yeah, of course.
You read it? Well, this book,
Is your father Negro descent from Jamaica?
Yeah, you Israelite.
Okay. So, in other words, we're out here trying to wake our people up, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And let our people know that they are the children of Israel. They are the chosen people. According to the Bible. The Bible is, well, the term Bible itself means, is biblios. The Greek word means collection of books, right? Or a collection of records. So this book is not a mystical, spooky, magical book, right? With unicorns and, you know what I mean, flying dragons, things of that nature. No, it's a historical record of between a people and their God. So when it's talking about anybody else outside of those people, that's because they're interacting with them at that time. See what I'm saying? Give me Deuteronomy 76. See what I'm saying? So we're out here to tell our people we are the people of this book. And you know what I'm going to do. You already there, right? All right, good. We're trying to tell our people that they are the chosen people, and we need to come back to our nationality. Why don't that get Jeremiah? Get Jeremiah 17. We need to come back to our nationality. Like, Jamaican is not a nationality. You see what I'm saying? American is not a nationality. You see what I'm saying? Haitian is not a nationality. These are all terms that were put on us by our oppressors. Our oppressors put these on us. You remember that movie, Roots? You ever seen Roots? And he got cooked and hung up, and he's beating him like, what's your name, boy? Your name is Toby. He said, Cooked, beat him even more. That's what they did to us. That's a real thing. Did you know that the Hispanics, they actually went into captivity before the so-called black man did? You see what I'm saying? Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
See that? We have been discontinued from our heritage, so now we're calling ourselves by these different proverbs, these different words, these different names that was placed upon us from our oppressors. Read it together.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Most High said we are holy people. You know what it means to be holy? It means to be set apart. We're not the same as everybody out here. We run faster. We're physically fit from birth. You see what I'm saying? We're stronger. We're smarter. We invented everything. You see what I'm saying? Everybody steals from us. We set the trends on the earth. We are the salt of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High said, you are a special people. Read.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He chose us to be a special people like unto him, because he is a special God. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, equal to all people.
Above all people that are upon the earth.
Read that one more time.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So right there it shows you that the Most High God has a favorite people, right? He has a favorite people. Not everybody is God's people. We're telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that you are God's people. We're the most spiritual people on this earth. You see what I'm saying? We always had that special connection to our power, just not according to knowledge. We just don't know how to serve. You see what I'm saying? Now we got Christianity and Islam running rampant. Read what you got. Give me a sign of the woman. Give me that first.
Oh yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder.
So when you read this book, and especially the 28th chapter, right? It lists a bunch of blessings and curses. This one curse said that these curses, passage said that these curses are going to be upon his people for a sign and for a wonder. You see what I mean? A sign is like a beacon or indicator, so you know who these people are, right? And a wonder is for people to look at the people that sign's been placed on and be like, man, how did this happen? How could this be possible to happen to a people such or so mighty and so great? No one works harder than a Hispanic man. You see what I'm saying? That's a hard-working man. You see what I'm saying? How was this people so destroyed? You see what I mean? Great.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
So this is how we identify the people of this book, right? Give me start at verse 1. 28:1, right? So these blessings and these curses are for a sign and a wonder unto the people that God has chosen, right? So now we need to find out who these people are. Because they're saying, oh, it's a spiritual thing. Right. You see what I mean? They're saying all these outlets or it's a multi-ethnic church. You see what I'm saying? Did you know Jesus Christ was not white? Everybody should know that by now, right? But you know he was a so-called black man, right? From the tribe of Judah. Come on, praises, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See that? He told the Israelites that if you do what I say, right, down to the letter, you'll be set on high above all nations. Verse 15.
Verse 15.
Yeah, verse 15.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See that? So that's how we find out who is who. By these blessings and these curses. Give me verse 54. Give me that one.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
What does that sound like? That sounds like black on black crime, right? That's what it exactly what that is. You see what I'm saying? You got the cartel down there in Mexico right now. You got the it's murder capital down there. You see what I'm saying? It's dog eat dog out
Same
there.
thing in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, you see what I'm saying? That only happens against black and brown people. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no murder capital over there in Chinese or in China. You see what I mean? Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And towards his woman. We beat our women, we cheat on our women, we whore our women out. You see what I'm saying? Prostitute them out, send them to the strip club. You see what I'm saying? The white man ain't going to the strip club to see his women. He coming to see our women. You see what I'm saying? You go to the club and you see Ham up in the club, right? He done rented out a whole section and all our people there. The East Indians or the Arabs. You see what I'm saying? They come to see us. Read.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
See what I'm saying? We got the highest, between black and brown, we're the highest statistically to have single parent households. You see what I'm saying? Who that sound like? That sound like us, right? You see what I'm saying? So we're trying to tell our people it's time to wake the hell up, man. We are the people of this book. And come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Give me 10. Deuteronomy 10, what is required of thee? And read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, verse 1. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
So right now, we're under the curses. We didn't even get a chance to have these blessings. How are we under the curses? Because we're the first fire, last hire. We're the highest in all the overwhelming diseases and plagues, gout. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even know gout was a real thing. But we're the highest in that. Heart disease, you see what I'm saying? Obesity. So we're under these curses. We're the ones that's getting shot down in the streets. You see what I'm saying? We're the ones that's filling up these ghettos and these hoods and these projects. We're the ones that's glorifying killing our own people and prostituting out our women. All those things are curses. That's how we know who the Israelites are. You don't hear nobody in country music talking about I'm gonna kill my brother, do you? They ain't making no country music like that, is they? You see what I'm saying? That's only us, right? Go ahead.
The blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God have driven thee.
So while we're scattered in these other nations and we're suffering these curses, we're supposed to call this book to mind. Why are we in this position? Oh, that's right, we disobeyed our God, like we read in the 28th chapter, right? That's why we're the first fire, last hire. That's why we get shot down in the streets. You see what I'm saying? That's why our women don't need no man, but they're whores and prostitutes. You see what I'm saying? That's why this is happening. So while we're in this captivity, we're supposed to call back to mind these blessings and these curses. Read.
And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I have commanded thee this day.
So we're supposed to bethink ourselves and remember ourselves, right? Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments in the land where we have been scattered, right? Read.
Thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
See that? So when we come back and we call to mind these blessings, these curses, and while we're in this captivity, the Most High, we come back to our nationality, the Most High is going to take us up out of this captivity. We're still captives here. You know, a prisoner of war is, he's never equal unto the nation he was at war with. When in the early 1400s, when they declared war on the North Americans, or what they call them, the Incas, the Mayans, you see what I'm saying? They declared war on them, took them in captivity first, took them over to Europe, came and got us, brought us over here, they declared war on us too. We've still been at war to this day. We're just prisoners of war. You see what I'm saying?
Jamaica, right? Jamaica was first conquered by the Portuguese, and they had Tainos there. Right? After they wiped out 70% of the Taino population, that's when they started getting slaves from the west coast of Africa. Right? Jamaica is really pronounced Jamaica, which means land of water and water.
You see that? Get verse 68 real quick. 28 to 68. Yeah, keep holding that. See what I mean? So we showing you that blacks and Hispanics are emphatically the people of this book.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of times.
And what we need to do to get out of the situation we're in, if you tired of being shot down in the streets, you tired of your women being prostituted out, your children being turned homosexual, you see what I'm saying? We need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so that our God can get us up out of here. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
No!
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You see that? The Most High God said we're going to go back into Egypt, but the problem is this word becomes stumbling block. Egypt can mean two things. It could mean actual Egypt, the nation of Egypt, or it could be adjective to describe something, right? Which means, if you look it up, it's bondage. That's all it is bondage. Between a rock and a hard place, ultimately. So the Most High says he's going to bring us back into bondage again with ships. Who did that happen to? Happened to you too. You see what I mean? That happened to blacks and Hispanics, like I said. When Columbus sailed over here in the 1400s, he took the Northern Kingdom, or the Incans, the Mayans, over to Europe and South America, right? Because when he brought them over here, they was escaping because they knew the land. You see what I'm saying? So he had to get rid of them, put them on the other side, and he came and got the black man from the Western Shores, brought us over here. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So he's talking about the physical Egypt. We're not going to see that land anymore, because he's promised us that we're not going back into Egypt as bondmen and bondwomen. That was a promise that we made. We're not supposed to go back into captivity under Egypt again. So that's how we know that Egypt is actually talking about bondage with ships. You can't name another nation that had went on cargo slave ships in history. You can't find it. That only happened to one group of people, and that's the blacks and the Hispanics, which are the Israelites. Columbus knew what he was doing when he picked up Second Ezra. He knew where to go. That's how he knew how to find you. You see what I'm saying? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We shall be sold unto who?
Your enemies.
Who are we sold to when they came over here? To white people, right? We were sold unto white people. So the Bible is calling them our enemies. Is that what it just said? Read it again.
And get there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What is so-called white man?
Your enemies.
Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women. You see what I'm saying? Read.
And no man shall buy you.
No man is going to redeem us. No man didn't get us in this situation, so man can't get us out of it. It's only going to take an act of divinity to get us in. You see what I'm saying? The only way we're going to get out of this situation is if we start back at this book. We start from the top and come back to our nationality. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is waiting on us. We're not waiting on the Most High. It's the same way when you put your kid on punishment, right? You keep him on punishment forever. If it was up to you, your kid has to prove that he earned or he deserves to be let off of punishment before you save him, right? Go ahead, what you got?
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord. And his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
For thy what?
For thy good.
This is why it's important to come back to our nationality. Because it's for our good. You see what I'm saying? It's the only way we're going to get out of here. The white man is using our laws, statutes, commandments, and guess what? They're prospering. Where do you think a lot of these laws in America come from? You see what I'm saying? You can find bankruptcy every 7 years. Where do you think they got that from? That's the year of Jubilee. They got it out of the Bible. You see what I mean? Who has some? Give me Sirach 17 and 11. You have something else? Give me Sirach 17 and 11. Right? So Sirach is in the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha. This is why it's important for us to come back to our nationality as a people. You see what I'm saying? Sirach is Ecclesiastes 17 and 11.
You know, I was hearing what you were saying about the ancient laws. I actually happened to be there today. I don't know. So I saw an agent walk by and she was on the side that said model minority.
It said what?
Model minority. Stuff like model minority.
Oh, it said model minority.
Model minority.
You see that? You know what a model minority is? That was something placed on them by the so-called white man in what? Was it the 60s or the 50s or 40s or something, right? Yeah, 50s, right? It was placed on them because I think during the 50s, was it the Vietnam War they was going into? I think it was like the Vietnam War, something like that they were going into, and they needed China as an ally. You see what I'm saying? So this whole model minority, what it did is it said that all they do basically is just keep your head down, be a yes man, don't get in no trouble, that's it. That's what a model minority is. You see what I'm saying? That whole propaganda was placed on them to be in direct opposition of us. That's all it is. You see what I'm saying? Just so America can have China as an ally. But Chinese have been, the Asians, I'll say the Asians have been suffering because of that, right? Their suicide rates are through the roof because they're trying to live up to something they're not, which is a model minority. You see what I'm saying? Where they say Chinese people are smart, right? They're really dumb. Chinese people are dumb. Really dumb. And they got to live up to this smartness, so they're killing themselves because they can't do it. That's been passed down from generation to generation. I'm a model minority. Get the hell out of here. But if you go up to like Gwinnett, Buckhead, all that, they got their own little Chinatown up in there. You see what I'm saying? Stop killing us. Well, they had 3 deaths. Stop killing us. Get the hell out of here. A black man or a Spanish man is gunned down every 28 hours. And you telling me they got 3 deaths because some white man didn't get a happy ending? Stop killing us. Get the hell out of here. This is why we shouldn't be following after these other nations, man. You still holding that in numbers? Still holding that in numbers? Oh, you got number 25. Okay, you still hold it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for a heritage.
So those laws, statutes, commandments that we're supposed to follow, which when we come back is our inheritance. It's a law of life. He said it was for our good, right? This is how we operate. It's like second nature. It's supposed to be like second nature, though. You see what I'm saying? Give me that. And limitations. Or there's more? Go ahead.
Verse 12. He made an everlasting covenant with them and shewed them his judgment. He made an everlasting covenant with them and shewed them his judgment.
He made an everlasting covenant with us and showed us his judgment by delivering us out of the land of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? So you say you're Jamaican, right? You know what tribe Jamaican? It's Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin, the youngest son. Where is it at? Right there.
You his tribe.
Same tribe as him. My man read Shower Park. That's a Benjamite. You're from that tribe too, because your lineage is passed down to your father. So your father, you said, was a Jamaican. Get that in numbers. Your father is a Jamaican. What would you guess still? Numbers. You know what that is. Your father is a Benjamite. You said he's native to Jamaica. Jamaica, right? Or your mom?
My dad's just African descent in Jamaica.
Oh, so he's just African descent in Jamaica.
Like he was brought, his family was brought from the slave trade, you know.
From the slave trade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he's a Benjamite. He's a Benjamite. The wolf. What I had you pulling? All right, give me that, yeah. Numbers 1 and 18, and then we're going to go back to Moab. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers.
By who?
By the house of their fathers.
That's what makes you an Israelite from your father. It doesn't matter who your seed is determined by your father.
Right.
So the whole moral of the story is our people need to come back to these laws, statutes, commandments.
What would my mom be?
Your mom, Dominica, I think. Where's Dominica?
In the Caribbean.
Yeah, I know it's in the Caribbean, but where at in the Caribbean?
It's like the Virgin Island area, like over
Oh, well, she probably Benjamin Tudor. Yeah, she probably Benjamin Tudor.
Benjamin or Manasseh.
Yeah.
Because Cuba is right. It's next to Cuba.
It's to the right. More about
To the right, yeah, that's Benjamin. Over there by.
Or it could be
Well, that
Ephraim
like little
too.
line of islands.
Yeah, she either
the Virgin
Benjamin.
Islands. Yeah.
She either
yeah.
Benjamin or Ephraim.
Virgin Islands is Benjamin.
Yeah, that's Benjamin. Yeah. You got any more questions for us?
Is she Indian though?
Well, she is native to there. So,
Yeah, so that's Ephraim.
But like, no,
The
red
Taino?
dot? Red dot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Taino, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she Ephraim. Benjamin and Ephraim.
Yeah. You got any questions for us? No?
To be honest, like, how do y'all do this?
Well, we meet up here. This is where we are. We are currently working on the building, but we meet here every Saturday.
Like in this area? Besides
Yeah,
how
we-
y'all over something like that.
Oh, no, I mean, we
y'all
got
at that park.
by the park. Where, down the street?
Yeah.
That was probably Sons of Thunder. Right? But I mean, you got various Israelite camps. We're all the same message. You see what I mean? So when you see them, listen to the brothers, man. 'Cause this is about you. This is for you. We could be doing anything else. You know what I mean? I could be at home right there, keeping my feet up. But I'm out here for you. You see what I'm saying? You got anything else?
You can speak Spanish?
No, he Jamaican.
Benjamin.
I know, but some Jamaicans speak Spanish because they're right next to Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you got Venezuela down here too. Yeah.
I got a question, man.
What's up?
How do you deal with what I'm noticing? You know, me driving the bus. I can notice the spirit of people over time. So my thing is this: how can you deal with people who don't have God, and we see in this world system they're becoming more aggressive?
Give me Ezekiel. What is it? 36? Is that what I want? The Valley of Dry Bones.
Ezekiel 37.
37. That's it. Give me that.
What's up, man?
Give me that. The brother's question is, how do you deal with people that's, what you say they was? Ungodly? Ungodly people? Well, those are, what are those, demons? Those are demons on people, right? Yeah, we just dealt with it earlier. You know what I mean? Ezekiel 37. 37. Start at the top. Our people as a whole are the mass majority of us are ungodly and without God and have these spirits on them. Right? See what I'm saying? So as the men of the Lord, when we come back to this nationality, it's our job to wake our people up. We have to wake our people up. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. We got it. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
The valley that's full of bones is this place right here. See what I'm saying? This is a valley full of bones right here. Our people is like the walking dead without God, because without God, you are in the congregation of the dead. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you're seeing on your bus. You see it all up the street. You see what I mean? When you got people that's coming up here drunk at noonday, people that's leaving their babies just sitting around us, that's being in the congregation of the dead. You see what I'm saying? Without that, without the Most High Spirit. Read.
And caused me to pass by them round about.
So we're out here and we're watching them and we pass them by. They're all around us. The same congregation that we're talking about, the congregation of the dead, right?
Behold, there were very many in the open valley.
There's very many. There's a lot of them out here. Just about what? 9 out of 10 of us is in the congregation of the dead out here. You see what I'm saying? Without that spirit, like he was talking about, ungodly men. Right?
And lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the words of the Lord.
So that's what we're out here doing, prophesying to these dry bones. These same bones that he was saying that's on this bus without God, or are in the congregation of the dead. And the Most High told us to come out here and prophesy to these dry bones.
Salaki, that's why I don't like dealing with that dude, because he always like to say something and run, man. Goddamn Sinbad. That's Sinbad.
That's all right. Read your precept. Let me drop that out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Both of them will fall into the ditch, man. That's blind leading the blind. Yeah, that was crazy. He just came up and asked a question, and then it disappeared.
You had to go.
You know
Right
what I mean?
there.
No, I get it. You know what I mean?
Salakia.
Go back to Numbers real quick.
Salakia.
Yeah, Numbers 25.
Salakia, I called that precept because I wanted him to be like, just let them alone.
Yeah.
If they get aggressive, try to pay them no mind while you on your job.
Yeah.
Because eventually they're going to fall into a ditch anyway.
Yeah, correct.
Timothy 2:16 for that question, just for a little edification.
All right.
He said, how do you deal with it?
I didn't even know he asked how you deal with it. Yeah. 2 Timothy.
All right.
I got it.
You got it?
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16. But shun profane and vain babbling, for they will increase unto more ungodliness.
They're just going to increase on the more ungodliness, so just leave them alone. Just let them do their own do. You know what I mean? Let the dead bury the dead. They're going to fall in that ditch. You see what I'm saying? Get that limitation. 4:17. I got it. Let's get back on mobile.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So we're still out here watching for these other nations that can't save us. The sister said she was Ishmaelites from the tribe of Ishmael, something like that. Ishmael don't give a damn about her. He's not going to save her. You see what I'm saying? Now we got Asian Lives Matter. Jackie Chan does not give a damn about us. He's not going to save us. You see what I'm saying? Every time we follow after these nations, man, it's always a snare and a trap to us. We're setting ourselves up for failure. You see what I'm saying? Watch what happened. Immediately when the Most High God told us not to follow after these nations, what do you think we did? We went and followed after these other nations. Read that number.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 1.
Check it out.
And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom.
They committed what?
Whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
With the daughters of who?
Moab.
What is our people doing? Committing what?
Whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
We joining hand in hand with them, looking to this nation to save us when they don't give a damn about us. Right. You see what I'm saying? We out there at the march too, talking about Asian Lives Matter. They're a model minority. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're alongside these same people. Just because they had one of their parlors shot up, you see what I'm saying? Now all Asian Lives Matter. Get the hell out of here. Right. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we're doing. We're following after these same people. Now we're following after the Moabites, right?
And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods. And the people did eat and bow down to their gods.
So we just read in Exodus and said, do not make a covenant with the heathen unless don't eat unto their sacrifices, right? Unless it's going to be for a snare and a trap. And guess what? The first thing we did was go after who? Moab. We went immediately after Moab and bowed down to their gods and ate of their sacrifices. And guess what? It's been destroying us for that. You see what I'm saying? What happened when we was cool with the Asians? They came into our neighborhood and gentrified it. Now you got a Chinese store on every corner. You see what I'm saying? Now you got the liquor store on every corner. Like the man, my brother was bringing out, hurry up and buy. You see what I'm saying?
What you said about my mouth?
You see what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about us. Now they got the hair stores on every corner beating the hell out of our women, but now all Asian lives matter, right? Go ahead.
And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor.
See that? We joined ourselves unto Baal Peor. Baal Peor.
Baal
We joined
Peor.
ourselves unto them, the Moabites, and their God. And what happened?
And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel.
And what?
And the hate of the Lord, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel.
See, the Most High God don't like that.
Right.
We just read that in Exodus 34, not to make a covenant and follow after these other nations. We did it with Moab immediately. You see what I'm saying? We did that with Moab, and the Most High kindled, his anger was kindled against us. When we go out there to these Asian Lives Matter protests as a black and Hispanic, the Most High's anger is kindled against us. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord.
Take all the heads of the people and do what?
Hang them up before the Lord.
This is what the Most High does when you follow after these other nations. He wants blood for that. So you thinking Asian Lives Matter, you want to be outside protesting with them, guess what? The Most High got your number. This is why we need to separate ourselves from these other nations, man. We can't even build our own nation without trying to include the other nations. Right. We can't have nothing, right? Go ahead.
Hang them up before the Lord against the sons, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel.
See that? That's the only way you can make it right is by blood. Why? Because we're following after these other nations. Get Numbers 11. Get Numbers 11. No, you can drop that. Get Numbers 11 real quick. You hear something? Get Numbers 11 and give me that at about. Oh, wait. You in Numbers 11? Give me the mixed multitude. Give me that. The mixed multitude. About the yeah. It's right, yeah, start there. Give me that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 4. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also walked again.
So here we got the mixed multitude. We're in the wilderness, and we got the mixed multitude and the Israelites, right? Now there's a reason why it's worded that way. It's separating the mixed multitude from the children of Israel. And what did the mixed multitude do?
Also walked again.
Start at the top. What is the mixed multitude?
Oh, Salaki. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting.
The mixed multitude fell a lusting and what?
And the children of Israel also walked again. And said, who shall give us flesh to eat?
So now we followed after these mixed multitudes. We over here crying with the mixed multitude, talking about what we're gonna eat. You see what I'm saying? Jump down to stay in Numbers 11. Jump down to I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Slovakia, huh? Well, I don't want to paraphrase this one. Start at 33. Start at 33.
Numbers chapter 11, verse 33. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was true, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague.
So we got set up with the mixed multitude, following after the mixed multitude. Now we all getting set up. We all getting destroyed by this plague that the Most High sent upon the people. Read.
And he called the name of the place Kibrov. Kibrov. Hatava. Because there they buried the people that lusted.
There they buried the people that lusted. Who lusted? Mixed multitude. You just read it. The mixed multitude lusted. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you go following after these other nations. You see what I'm saying? Anybody got anything else? You got something else? No? You got something else? Anybody? I know Chief wanted to go. I was only supposed to talk for like 10 minutes.
Close it out now.
You want me to go and close it out?
Yeah.
All right, give me Romans 10 and read verse 1. Give me Romans 10 and read verse 1. Anybody, whoever got it, and whoever got it. Romans 10 and 1 and Ecclesiastes 10 and 1, read. Give me Ecclesiastes.
Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
That's our heart's desire out here. When we come out here, we praying for our brothers and our sisters, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that all of us be saved. We want all of us to make it up out of here. Give me that in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. Who got it? Quickly. 12, 13. You know what I want. Somebody, come on now. Who's gonna do it? I got it. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So this is the whole conclusion of the matter. Read.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole duty of man. And with that, we give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Shai. Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next. We got next.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
How?
Bashir Mashaka Shai.
How?
Bashir Mashaka Shai.
How?
Bashir Mashaka Shai.
From Yeshua.
From Yeshua.
Death to America.
Death to America.